A child is born in North Korea, but as soon as he is born, the innocent child is declared a traitor. North Korea is known for the strictest laws in the world, and a few of them are so strict that it is difficult to believe them. It means there will be an election here, but there is no option to vote. Only one person can vote, and if you don't vote, you go straight to jail. There is only one channel on TV here, and there is no option to tune the channel. North Korea is probably the only country in the world where you can go to jail not just for committing a crime, but also for thinking of a crime. Welcome again to VEVO Explore videos. Until 1945, Japan ruled over Korea for 35 years, but after World War II, Korea was divided into two parts. North Korea and South Korea. North Korea was influenced by the Soviet Union, while the South was influenced by American influence. In 1948, Kim Il-sung of the Kim dynasty was made leader, and North Korea became the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. But nothing like democracy was ever born here. In 1950, there was a war between North and South Korea, which is called the Korean War. But after the war ended, no peace treaty was signed. That's why both countries are still technically at war. To maintain power in North Korea, there has always been only one family ruler. First Kim Il-sung, then Kim Jong-il, and now Kim Jong-un, the grandson of Kim Il-sung. Every ruler has taken the strictest law to protect his throne. Here, many rules have been made to force people on the basis of fear and punishment. So that people don't get impressed by South Korea and Western culture and go against us. And today we will talk about some of these strange rules. So let's get started. In 2024, North Korea imposed restrictions on the use of sunglasses and wedding dresses. Here, speeches of the Kim family are held on metro or public stations, not music. And during this time, no one is allowed to talk to each other or make noise. In North Korea, if people are caught watching South Korean dramas or Hollywood films, they have to face labor camps or severe punishment. These measures are taken to prevent ideological contamination, so that the people are not affected by foreign influence. In North Korea, ordinary people are not allowed to use the internet, but only the intranet. This is a kind of completely closed network that runs only within North Korea. The state monitors this network and sees what people are seeing, reading, and talking. In this way, the government controls the information that reaches people so that it is not affected by the outside world. In North Korea, it is illegal to call a foreign country without state permission. That is, if you want to talk to someone outside the country, you must get permission from the government. Here, TV, radio, and newspapers can only be run by the state. It is not even possible to imagine private media. This media is only praised by the government, the pride of the Kim dynasty, and foreign enemies such as the US. The common people there have been filled with hatred against America and its allies since childhood. In North Korea, the government also has strict control over people's hairstyles. The government has allowed a few special types of hairstyles. That is, people are told which hairstyles they can make. Here everything is banned that has the effect of the outside world. Like wearing jeans, dyeing your hair, or wearing a shiny dress. The person who does this is punished. Clothes are not even allowed to eat the food of your choice. Hot dogs are banned because they are common in American culture and are a South Korean dish of old people. It is also necessary to have a permit to travel from one city to another. Without it, travel is considered illegal. North Korean passports are only available to the elite class, such as government officials and Kim Jong-un's close associates. Even in the common public dream, you cannot get out of North Korea. In North Korea, whether it is land or house, shop, or business, everything is owned by the state. No one can own them. Only the state can use them. It is also illegal to follow or practice any religion here. That is, people cannot follow any religion of their choice. Although there is a church in North Korea, it is only to show the outside world that there is religious freedom here. In fact, those who use them are sent to labor camps. In North Korea, if a person tries to go against the government or raises a voice against the Kim dynasty, he is not the only one, but the whole family is imprisoned. And this punishment can be given up to 3 generations. That is, if a person turns out to be a traitor and after many years his grandson or granddaughter is born, then that innocent child will also be called a traitor. This is so that the blood of the rebellion can never rise against the Kim family. Here every colony, apartment, and around the houses there are government spies, who secretly keep an eye on all people. The strangest thing is that in this country, not only to commit a crime, but even if you think of committing a crime, you may have to go to jail. That is, if someone thinks something against the government and reports it, then it will be like hitting an axe on one's feet. From birth to death in North Korea, there are self-criticism sessions every week. That is, in the full class, people tell their mistakes, such as I hid someone's weakness from the government, or Kim Jong praised him less, or I was impressed with something foreign. Then people apologize for their mistakes and other people in the class criticize you. In North Korea, it is necessary to vote for everyone, but the surprising thing is that votes can only be given to those whom the government wants. That is, there is no election here in which the people vote and choose their leader. Rather, only one representative is voted here, and the one who does not come to vote is considered a traitor. So why is there voting when the government only has to elect its own people? In fact, this is not an election for elections, but a loyalty test. When 100% of the people vote for the same candidate, the government considers it to be its own power and public unity. There is also a National Assembly here, which is called the Supreme People's Assembly. But its job is not to make decisions, but to slap Kim Jong-un's decisions. It is the duty of all citizens of North Korea to stick to the 10-point ideological principles of the government. If anyone gets stuck in the middle while listening, he will be called a traitor. There is not a single point in these 10 points where Kim Il-sung's name has not been mentioned. In North Korea, every TV set is set only on government channels such as Korean Central Television. This means that people cannot change channels at will, and it is also illegal to tune other channels. Anti-SE tuners are already turned off in imported TV sets. In North Korea, registration and number plates are also applied on the cycle. Here, you have to pass a road safety test to ride a cycle, and you also have to get a license. In North Korea, foreign logos, slogans, or flags are not allowed on clothes. The government sees these things as a cultural influence of the outside world and wants people to adopt only the North Korean identity. Not only nationals, but if a tourist goes here, there are strict laws for him too. It is necessary to have a guide with the tourist, and he can only go to the locations mentioned by the North Korean government. He will not try to talk to any locals, nor can he take open-air photos there. And if a tourist wants to interview a citizen, he cannot do it without the permission of a tour guide. Mobile phones and computers are allowed in North Korea, but they are regularly checked from USB drive to mobile memory. If you get content from the outside world, you can be punished. In North Korea, there is an extremely inhuman system of the citizens class, which is called songbun. This system means that when a child is born here, his life is decided. And the basis of this system determines the family history of the child. For example, there are 3 classes here. One is core, the second is wavering, and the third is hostile. The first category, which is called core, includes those people whose ancestors took part in the Kim Il-sung Revolution. or the soldiers of the Korean War. They are considered to be the most loyal to the government. They are given better jobs, such as high ranks in the government or army, and permission to live in the capital city Pyongyang. And cars can only keep this class. The second class is Wavering or Donjo-kikung. These are ordinary North Korean citizens. Their ancestors were also ordinary laborers or farmers, whose past was neither good nor bad in the eyes of the government. They have permission to take middle-class facilities in North Korea. And the third category is hostile, which is also called Jeoktae-kikung. It includes those people whose ancestors sometimes followed a religion or had a relationship with someone in South Korea. The North Korean government considers them traitors and has given them the lowest rank in society. They are given the worst jobs, such as ear cleaning, labor, or cleaning. Now let's move on. Here, electricity, water, and gas are provided with all the rations. And their consumption is strictly monitored. In North Korea, it is necessary for every citizen to serve in the military from the age of 17 to 10 years, whether he is a man or a woman. Here, it is compulsory to cry on the death of any member of the Kim family or on the death anniversary of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. If someone does not do this, his loyalty is seen from the point of view of suspicion. It is a must to put pictures of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il in every house. And it is also compulsory to clean them properly. For ideological loyalty, the children of the school are given a list of speeches of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. North Korea is so much cut off from the world that their calendar is also different. This is called the Jich calendar. The Jich calendar began in 1912, which is the birth year of the supreme leader Kim Il-sung. That is, the year 1912 is considered the Jich one in North Korea. And today, in 2025, the year is 113. There are many reasons for being cut off from the world of North Korea. First, the Kim regime is afraid that if people find out about the outside world, they will go against the government. That's why media, travel, internet, everything is banned. Second, due to the nuclear program, the international sanctions imposed on North Korea further separated North Korea from the world. Let me tell you that many of these rules may have been broken, or even more dangerous rules have been made than these. No one has updated information about this. All this information was also leaked by those who were successful in escaping from North Korea after 1953. Different areas are monitored with the help of spy satellites. Or some North Koreans made footages and smuggled USB drives through China. I hope you will like and share this video of VEVO Explore. Thank you very much for your lovely comments. See you in the next great video.